the next Nintendo Direct is gonna announce a Thousand Year Door remake. I told you guys it was real. I feel like every time I make fun of Nintendo, I always have a little jab in there where I'm like, yeah, next they're gonna remake Thousand Year Door. The subtext being that that would never happen. Turns out, that actually did happen. And when I heard that it happened, like 2 seconds ago, I was like, ah! That's the best way I can describe my emotions. What else happened in that Direct? Mario and Donkey Kong? Look at that, it's another one for the reviewing every Mario game series. We're up to Super Mario RPG right now, which is also getting remade. I guess you could say, wahoo. I thought maybe if we were lucky, they'd put Thousand Year Door up on the eShop with slightly upgraded textures and UI like they did with Pikmin, but no. This is a fully fledged thing, and I could not be happier. In the past, I've been far more vocal about my displeasure than my satisfaction, so today is a nice day. I can be happy about something, and boy oh boy am I happy about this. Anybody who's been watching me for a while should know that this might be my favorite Mario spin-off ever made, and it was my favorite RPG of all time for almost 2 straight decades. But it's also a game that has not been available on any modern device for years, so I'm completely at the mercy of the working order of my physical disc and my Nintendo Shit Cube, and the continued functionality of the Dolphin emulator, so this is a godsend for me. But more importantly, it means that a lot of people today who never got to play this game back when it came out can finally experience it for the first time without paying $700, and if you're one of those people who never played this game, I highly recommend it. You take the sticker pill, and you stay in 2016, where Paper Mario is a silly game about toads and paint stars. You take the door pill, and I'll show you just how deep the pit of 100 trials goes. It goes 100 levels. One thing that concerned me about a possible remake is that they deviate too far from the original game's art direction, whether that be by trading out the smooth animations for the choppier visuals we see in the newer titles, or sanitizing the weirder character designs or removing them entirely. The trailer makes it very clear that none of that is an issue. All the characters and designs preserve their original intentions, and they look incredible with all these new age flourishes. Objectively, the game looks phenomenal. The art direction takes the best from both classic Paper Mario and modern Paper Mario, making it look better than it ever did without taking the parts that make it look worse. As far as I can tell, this is pretty much the best outcome I could have asked for in every single respect. You have these incredible lighting and particle effects. I mean, look at this picture here. How can you not like this? They also have some new remixed versions of the original game's soundtrack. This is a very great idea and one that is going to help make the game feel different enough to be worth playing through again, even as somebody who has played through the entire game at least 6 times at this point. And best of all, the gameplay seems largely intact too. The classic turn-based combat with action commands and the partner system, and no scum bastard consumable attacks and quest items, because I don't dig that. I am curious about the Danger Mario build though. The original game, if you knew how to set it up, allowed you to become this broken, untouchable god amongst men who did 30 damage every hit, which is actually a really big number by this game's standards. I do not know if that was an oversight by the developers, but I would not be surprised if it was and if they changed it for the remake. I won't be heartbroken if they do, but it would be really funny to kill bosses in 3 turns like the old days. As I mentioned in the latest episode of reviewing every Mario game, one thing that'd help would be some kind of fast travel system. The game can get very bogged down with excessive backtracking, especially on subsequent playthroughs, so it'd be nice to cut down on that where they can. There was a weird detail where Bowser calls Cammy a lunkhead, whereas in the original he says airhead. I do not know why they would change this, but I saw somebody say that it might be because Airhead is copyrighted by the people who make the candy. Even though that seems unlikely, I'm choosing to believe it because that's the funniest possibility I can think of. It does make me curious what other aspects of the writing have been changed though. Will they retcon Hooktail's foot fetish or change the Fire Emblem references? Will there be a jab about white outlines or something? I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity to sneak in some smart-ass commentary on the fan base into the game. With all of that said, this is a very exciting announcement, one that I never thought would happen, And between this, the re-release of Pikmin 1 and 2, the GTA Definitive Trilogy, Paper Mario on Switch Online, and the Metal Gear series being re-released, I think it's safe to say that the two greatest years in video game history, 2001 and 2004, are back.
You know I'm right.